All right, y'all. Right here we have these under-the-counter motion sensor lights right here. This company sent this to me so I could show these things off to you guys, so thank you to them for partnering with me on this. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy on up right here, or right here, right here. There we go. So you get two of them in the pack right here. Okay, got a little connector modooter to be able to charge them up because they are rechargeable. But this right here is your light bar. Comes with these little sticky magnetic pieces, so you can stick that to the underside of your cabinets. Comes with two of them, and then they're magnetic, which is a really cool idea because if you need to use it as a flashlight, you can just grab it from underneath the cabinet and be able to move it around. I've got a little metal strip right here. It holds up there nicely, which is awesome. So if you just have something metal, like maybe on the side of a fridge or something like that, you just want to have some lights available, or like right whenever you walk by it at night, it'll just pop right on. So there's a USB port on the side right here, and then there's button A and button B right there. I believe this is all aluminum casing right here, which is nice. Of course, you have your plastic on the front, and then I mentioned here is your motion sensor on the side. So on the back of the box, they give you the directions for the button A and button B to let you know exactly how to utilize this. But on the back of each individual light strip right here, they give you the same information as well. So if you do lose the box, you still have all the information. So a short press is gonna on, and it's gonna be, and it also has night mode, which will flash once. There's all day mode, which is gonna flash twice, and then there's off. And then the long press switches between the different colors. So there's a cool white, a warm white, and a natural light. And on the back here, it tells you that the color temperature differences is anywhere from 3,000 Kelvin to 8,500 Kelvin. So it's like that kind of soft white, you know, you might want at night, all the way up to like daylight. The 8,500 is a lot right there. So let's go ahead and test out button A. I'm just gonna do some slow presses first. Okay, so that's it, just turning on. Comes on with ease. Another thing that I like about this is nice diffused light as well. So if you need this like on the go, especially women, and you need to have light without harsh shadows because you're like putting on makeup or something like that, this gives you nice even light all the way across the face. Let me see if I can put you guys right on up to it. So that's kind of what it looks like if you were looking in the mirror. The light's shining right onto the face just a few inches away. Okay, so let's go ahead and press it again. I'm assuming that was the one flash, and now it's on night mode. Okay, that's our 2 flash, and now it's on all day mode, and then you have off. And then a long press is going to change our colors, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Maybe you have to turn it on first, so let's turn it on. And then now let's long press. Ah, there we go, okay. Okay, 2, and then 3. And then that brings us back to our kind of amber type of color, which is great for like the evening time, which I think is where I will be using this because every night I go and I take my vitamins and I never can like see very much and I don't want to turn on the bright overhead lights. So to be able to just, honestly, to be able to use the motion sensor, it's going to be under the cabinet and my hand will be underneath there and it'll catch that and it'll just pop right on this nice little ambient glow pointing down and not at my eyes. I really like that. So that's super cool. All right, so let me go ahead and toggle on through. All right, now button B. Oh, okay, a short press is going to control the brightness of it, which is even more important for the, you know, if you're using it at the nighttime, you can really dim it down. It says it can go 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, or 100%. So it basically increments of 20%, which we're going to go through here in just a minute. And then a long press has a 10-second auto off. It's going to flash once. Or there's a 20-second auto off where it's going to flash twice. So let me turn off these lights. Let's go ahead and go through this real quick. I'm gonna turn it, I'm gonna press button B first to see if that turns it on or not. I don't think that it will since it controls the brightness. Yeah, so button A, turn on. Got your nice amber color there. Bring it down. And then you go through your brightnesses from there. So this is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And then a long press will have a 10-second auto off. So let's see how that works. I'm assuming that if I just wait the 10 seconds, it should go off. I don't know, though, if that motion sensor is going to be activated or not. I'm trying to be as still as possible to see if it goes off or not. And that might be something that would affect that. So I kind of need to test this out to see if it changes like at nighttime when no one's there. But as you saw, I long pressed it again. Now we have a 20-second auto off, which is actually really nice because like if you're going to take your vitamins, you can just walk away from it without having to like find the button, and it'll just automatically turn off, which is super cool. Again, though, I think this motion sensor right there is keeping it on, which is actually really nice. I like that. And then a short press all day and off right there. So super cool. Love that they give you 2 of these as well so that you can put them in different parts of your kitchen, your bathroom. Ooh, underneath the cabinet, the vanity. So our vanities in our bathroom, we recently remodeled. Actually, inside the cabinet would be nice as well. If there's a place where you can't see, or like a closet that doesn't have a light in there, something like that would be perfect. But our vanities have like a little gap underneath because it has the, what do you call that, feet? And so you could pop a couple underneath there, and it'll add like a nice glow on the floor, which would be great for the nighttime again, so that you don't trip on anything if you have to get up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom. And these sensors, since they're that ball form that kind of stick up a little bit, it should pick it up from all different angles as well. That's a really good idea. I might have to try that out. So many ideas. As far as our cord is concerned, let me go ahead and undo that because I want to see how long of a cord this is. It's not very long, but you don't need it for just charging something like that. I'd call that about a foot or so. And then they do give you the little adapter right there. So if you have a USB-C charger, you can do that, or you can go USB-A right there. And then the other side of this is just a USB-C connection port right there, which you just simply pop right on into there, just like that, and you are good to go. So that's fantastic. If y'all are looking for some excellent, very thin under cabinet lights, under vanity lights, floor lights, closet lights, refrigerator light, like literally anywhere where there's metal, these would be perfect. If you have like a grill outside and it gets dark at night, you can just pop this thing onto the side, add a little bit of extra light. As far as how thick it is, you're looking at, that's right at 1 inch. I'm sorry, half an inch. Is that half? May even be less than that. Let's see, there's 1. That's a 1/4. Yeah, it's less than a half an inch. That's amazing. So, nice slim profile right there. Y'all definitely need to go and grab y'all some of these if this is something that you're looking for. I am impressed by the brightness and all the different feature components that it has as well. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know if this was helpful. If it was, consider adding these to your cart, and dad out.